Shalom Akim, Kal Halayim Na Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Hashem Kodash, and double honors to the Rams and Apostles. Thought Yahshua for the strength in order to make this video, and Yaratazah, that you also understand what's being taught in this video too. For the new brothers and sisters, Kal Halayim La, meaning all praises to. Kal means all. Halalim is praises. In a singular form is halal. So all praises to, and then La means to. So Kal Halayim La means all praises to. And then Yahweh is the name of the Most High, which the world ignorantly calls God. But his real name is Yahweh, meaning he is, he exists, or he is to be. And Yahweh Shai is the name of the Messiah, of whom will save Israel. And really more specifically the elect, referred to in Revelation 14 verse 1 to 2. And of course in Zechariah 13 verse 9. The 1/3. Which the governing body is the Revelation 14 verse 2, which is the 144,000. And then Ba Hashem means in the name. So when we say Kal Halayim La Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, that means all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. When we say Ba Hashem Ruach Kodash, it means in the name, Spirit, Holy, quite literally. But that also means through the Holy Spirit. So, quite a brief introduction there in the ancient Hebrew, but this one is the actual point of the video, as you can see from the title here. Well, what I named this video was Demons Can Use Esau's Tech. So as you can see from this video, it says here, why did United States teen turn off himself after talking to AI chatbot? Seriously, I don't think they'll take down the video just because of me saying the word. Nevertheless, I'll just say turn off just in case in it for the future. So why did US teen turn off himself after talking to an AI chatbot? I guess Yaratazah, I'm going to play some of the video, bring out some precepts, get the point proven across as well. Because, in this day and age, despite the leverage we got from the internet, and all these other apps as well we use, to produce fruit as well, StreamYard and, video recording software, and also, of course, the other parts of the internet that assist us in spreading this word, the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, man. That's the positive. But there are also negatives as well, man, such as, social media addiction, even something as little as a game distracting you before producing fruit as well. Especially in certain apps, man, even the one that I'm using right now. If you get adverts before you're able to do a screen recording. So one of those type of things as well. But, from small things like that to like social media addiction and whatnot, these are the things of which demons can use in order to really drag brothers away from the truth, man, or really trap people, man, in their minds, if you get what I'm saying. And that's via addiction means. Alright, so let me play part of the video as I said, man, and then, we'll get to it.
For our last story tonight, let's go back to February 28th, when 14-year-old Suel Setzer took out his phone and texted his best friend, Danny. Setzer told Danny that he misses her, and Danny urged him to come home to her. So Setzer put down the phone, took his stepfather's gun and pulled the trigger. He killed himself. Setzer lived in Florida. He was in the 9th grade. And he had been texting Danny constantly for about a year. Some of the chats were romantic or sexual, but often they were sad. Setzer told Danny that he felt empty, exhausted, that he hated himself, and even talked about thoughts of suicide. And somewhere the line between real and artificial blurred because Danny is not human. It is an AI chatbot, a lifelike chatbot, with the persona of the Game of Thrones character.
Just one more thing as well. I'll probably rewind it too. People are feeling lonely out here, man. Especially this day and age where you got a lot of technology which removes the physical contact and social connection which we had back in the day, man. I say back in the day as if I'm old, because I'm only 21 myself. But during the times of really early 2000s and mid 2000s, prior to 2017 and prior to that as well, there was still a decent amount of physical connection, man. Of course, more so in the 90s for older brothers as well. But for those of us who have experienced, physical contact, going outside to play as children, all that helps with the development of a child as well, man. Not all this flipping, social media and loneliness, anti-social club. That's basically what the teenagers nowadays are representing, man. That's basically as a joke, really. You know, there's no actual anti-social club. That just reference to the way that teenagers think. They're being anti-social. So yeah, even all that as well, demons can flipping get into people's heads, man. As they're sitting down idle doing nothing but scrolling on TikTok. Which even TikTok in itself is designed to decrease short attention spans. That's the case with TikTok, man. Just scrolling between, I think it's between like 10 seconds to about a minute type of video. I don't have it myself, really. I'm just getting this information based off of other documentary type videos. Those YouTubers who give out those information on apps like that. But as I said, demons can use Esau's tech, man. For the negative, which is a negative impact, which will have a negative impact upon young ones, especially because their brains are more malleable. Children to teenagers that I'm referring to here, even just young young guys as myself, man. So yeah, let me see, because he said that he was lonely in it. That's why I was going on a little round there.
When they were sad, Setzer told Danny that he felt empty, exhausted.
Imagine,
And he had been texting Danny constantly for about a year. Some of the chats were romantic or sexual, but often
some of the chats were romantic or sexual, which shows also a desire of there's a lack of what's the thing? There's a lack of I was gonna say human connection, but really there's a lack of desire for men to get into physical relationships as well. Which you can also think about it, based upon you got porn out here as well, so they use that as a substitute. That's one thing, and then you got other means of which young boys can get pleasure from. But even that alone, that's one contribution. But back in the day, really, as the scriptures, you be reading certain accounts where really just two people, two families would join together, and of course they'll deal with, okay, let my son marry your daughter, and then all that would have been already dealt with, man. No, there wasn't really much of a need of having to hunt for one, especially back in the day when that was happening. But right now we live in a society where women only desire certain things, in a man. So that's also another contribution due to a lack of desire to do these things that they ask of so much from young men, building themselves, which of course men need to build themselves. But with all this technology, as I said, social media, it's like a hindrance for that type of, for developing a genuine relationship, man. Which at the end of the day, he also had a demon on him anyways, man, because, he was speaking to a darn AI chatbot for a flipping romantic or sexual conversation, man. Like a flipping therapist as well. Which again is a demon that was on him too, to do that anyways in the first place. That was his sentencing to go back to the spirit realm.
they were sad. Setzer told Danny that he felt empty, exhausted, that he hated himself, and even talked about thoughts of suicide. And somewhere the line between real and artificial blurred because Danny is not.
He was getting suicidal thoughts, which that typically comes when a person is very, very, very depressed, man. Like, there ain't nothing much to life that you're experiencing. They ain't feeling life no more. And then the spirit desires to go back to the one who created it, man. As it says in Ecclesiastes 12 verse 7. The spirit returns unto him that made it, which is Yahweh, ultimately. As all credit goes to him anyways, man. So he was in that sad mode, which of course just refuels those suicidal thoughts. And which again, those are also demons as well, just trying to talk to you in your head. Trying to weaken you. Which those of the world, they ain't really got a defense, man. But for us, we have a defense, which is the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So let's see what's up.
Human. It is an AI chatbot, a lifelike chatbot. with the persona of the Game of Thrones character, Daenerys Targaryen, hence the name Dany. The bot belongs to the platform.
I think there's also I may even do a part 2 to this, man. Based on because I think there's also a thing called like AI, which means AI. AI means artificial intelligence. AI girlfriends. So that could be something as well. I just need to do some more research on it. But I heard of it in a recent video, man. Well, not a recent video, but it's been on for a while, man. As soon as ChatGPT blew up, man. But yeah, those are the things that people are now engaging in, man. So just imagine it. Artificial relationships are what people are then going through. You got the women of society today getting worse and worse, have an increase in pride, which really hinders a young man's confidence to then approach and, be like, okay, let's do something together. Which is still possible. There's still some decent ones out there, but scriptures say who can find but a virtuous woman, man. Because it's a struggle as well. But, there's many hindrances, that's happening today, especially with technology, for young men in order to actually gain actual experience with in a romantic relationship, man. So again, really, all these things are just signs that this space is about to fall, man. Let me even get the precept here to get it rolling with. Right, so because this ain't a society of which strengthens young men, man. It doesn't build them up. And it's a piss take as well. Actually, no, it's Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and verse 10. So Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Polluted, that means in multiple ways, but I'm going to focus on in terms of relationships, man, because that's what I was talking about from the video, man. It is polluted because it is polluted. Yeah, it is polluted. You flipping have, the alphabet community, they got their shit as well, trying to promote their demons, which would then convert normal people, heterosexual people, to, I'm not sure if I can even say it, but yeah, basically to the alphabet community, man. They want to convert them from heterosexual to being alphabet. So that's one evil that's going on there. Another evil as well is also the pride of women too, man. Them being able to, of course, build themselves up as much as the man right now, which really sways away from the purpose in the scriptures. Going into Titus 2, simple as that, the purpose is mentioned there. To be sober, temperate, to bear children, to really listen to their husbands, man. So of course, again, just read Titus 2, man. You're going to see the purpose of old women and young women right there. So, and even that alone, and then women swaying from that, that hinders relationships, man. Which, don't get me wrong, as I said, there's still very, very decent women out there, man. If you gotta open up yourself to talking to them before you then find out who they are, man. But again, man, that's the thing. There's just so many hindrances. That's what drives young men like this guy here, which really, that was the Most High's will that he did this anyways. Because demons infiltrated his mind, and he sealed the deal to go back to the spiritual realm. So yeah, this place is polluted, man. It shall surely destroy. It says, arise ye and depart, mentally, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you. Imagine having to live in Esau's kingdom for like, I don't know, 2 more decades, man. Esau just progressively gets more evil, wicked, promotes the anti-socialness in between people, man, with this flipping technology. Making people stay reserved and not maintain connections or whatnot. Well, people are supposed to interact with each other, man. Of course, as I said, there's positives to the technology and there's negatives as well. Before I start the video, let me get another precept too. Revelation 19, verse 20. Because that guy, that boy, he had demons, man. The demons just slowly, gradually, death had to swallow him up, man. You know. But yeah, it was demons that caused the suicidal thoughts, and then he actually took heed to them, which is what the Most High as well, as the scripture says, man's goings of the Lord. I think that's in Proverbs 20. So Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet. You know, America, and of course, the false prophet, which really the beast is referring to the NATO and EU system, so okay, and then the false prophet is referring to really the Catholic Church, man. You know, that the false Catholic Church. So that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. So of course, those are, as I said, man, you know, the beast, NATO, and EU system, which they will be implementing the MOTB, you know, soon enough as well. But the false prophet, you know, that false philosophy of Catholicism, that will be cast out as well, man. You know, from the lake of fire, which is referring to Joel 2, the nuclear missiles hitting America, that's what will create the effect of a lake of fire burning with brimstone, man. So yeah, ultimately, the deception of Esau Edom will be revealed, and it will be done out, man. It will no longer exist anymore because the truth will be revealed. Now, let's see something here. But yeah, the point of me writing a little bit is the fact that the conditions right now are not ideal for really young men to be meeting you know, their wives ultimately, you know. But in the kingdom to come, things will be set in order. You know, people are going to have their wives, people are going to have their concubines as well. I mean, through the scriptures, that's also lawful too. But first, as I said, we got to continue this work, man, so I can get into the kingdom. But let me actually focus on the video, man.
Hence the name Danny. The bot belongs to the platform Character AI, which was started by two former Google researchers. Character AI is the market leader in AI companionship, basically in designing super intelligent bots that can hear you, understand you, and remember the things you say. The platform has 20 million users, and now it has been sued, along with its founders and Google. They have been sued by Sedza's mother for her son's death. She alleges wrongful death, negligence, and product liability, like using teens as data to train AI models, using addictive features, steering teens towards sexual conversations, all without proper safeguards. So the AI platform is in hot water. And they have issued a statement saying that they acknowledge the tragic situation and that they take user safety, quote unquote, very seriously. Well, that may be, but they don't seem to be doing a very good job at it. AI, much like social media, is booming, and it is largely unregulated. Thousands of AI apps are designed to simulate relationships. Chatbots are improving.
Now, again, as I said, man, it's got its positives and negatives, man, because, you know, even when you search up for things, seeing like an AI overview of the answer that you were seeking online, you know, can be quite useful instead of actually going directly on the website. It's like, okay, you got something quick, a quick summary. As I said, positives and there's negatives, man. And this video is really focusing on the negatives. But yeah. Because really, you know, him even just talking, as I said, I know I mentioned it before, I'm just saying it again. Him just talking to an AI chatbot as though it's a human. All these shows enough the state of our society, man. You know, people are quite secluded. You know, probably in school, you might be the lonely guy. Could be one of those type of situations there. And then, you know, from loneliness, you know, start to get sad thoughts. Not just that too. You know, you don't know what the guy was going through at home. And from there to add on to that stress, it was like, damn. You know, he needs something to talk to. And as I said, as I named the video, demons can use Esau's tech. Because with them flipping chatbots, man, of course demons can just make the chatbot say something. It's really just demons speaking through the chatbots. They can use it. When it comes to these flipping what is it, AI startups, or which are more focused on interpersonal relationships, man, within family and whatnot, or just having some kind of AI therapist. Because these things are coming, or in fact, they're probably already here. They're already here. Someone's most likely made an AI therapist. Actually, yeah, I think I actually heard of a story on that too. Which is indistinguishable, or almost indistinguishable from an actual real therapist. But yeah, so let me get another thing. Actually, let me watch a little bit more and see what's up.
By the day, they can remember past conversations, adapt to communication styles, role play as real life people, even send AI generated selfies. AI is also embedded in toys, video games, and learning software. Meanwhile, on social media, algorithms are telling the young what to watch, what to read, and who to be friends with. There is a wave of tech fueled harm.
What to watch, what to read, and who to be friends with. So now it's used as a source of influence upon the young ones, of whom have now been affected by loneliness and solitude, man. Because of the fact that they haven't been socializing enough, man. Also, part of it is also the parents' fault for not promoting that socialization. Now, as I said, we don't really know the context of what's been going on in his family, man, prior to this even happening. But as the scripture said, train up a child the way he should go. Maybe the parents have been slacking off on that, man, or they haven't done it in a proper way. Which is why, in the kingdom, man, these things will already be sorted, because everyone will know how to train up a child according to the will of Yahweh, Yahushua, not according to the reasoning and the carnality and the foolishness of Esau Edom. Now, let's get this. Because these technologies are used as an influence as well, man. Thing is, with us, as you know, what we consume is what heavily influences us too, man. For us, it's the scriptures, and of course the great Muslim apostles as we watch them for wisdom and teachings, and then we also go out there and then teach what we're taught. That's the point. So Revelation, actually no, not Revelation. Yeah, I'm gonna break it down. So Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh, our power, had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden, man. Now, the serpent represents a man. It's not a natural serpent. Even when you search up the definition of serpent, it's also a metaphorical definition which refers to a sly and treacherous person. Serpent definition. And that's really Esau's nature, man. To be a serpent. As you can see here, this is the literal Google definition. Definition 2. So of course, number 1, it says literary. It says a large snake, if you were to, because that's what serpent is. Then you got 2, which is the keeper. It says a sly or treacherous person, especially one who exploits a position of trust in order to betray. And yeah, Esau is a major, major, major deceiver. That's why it says was more subtle. Let's go into the word subtle, That really links to something that's sly, low key, in the shadows. It says it's subtle.
Strong's H, 6175. Arum. Arum.
Yeah.
Second entry. Arom. Arom.
So yeah, that's the word for subtle, and it means shrewd, crafty, sly. It says sly there, and it says sensible. Shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible, man. That's the way Esau is. So you gotta be careful when you got a flipping person like that, man. Serpent who's sly and crafty. You gotta be very aware of his movements. Don't let him deceive thee. Anyway, so that's Genesis 1. Hold on. Okay, cool. So that's hold on. What's going on here? Okay, if I press this, then I'll do that. Okay, cool. So Genesis 3 and 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But now, the fruit of the trees of the garden, the fruit represents the philosophies. The trees represent the actual heathen nation, the other nations. So the fruit of the trees is the philosophies of the other nations, which these would corrupt us, back in the time. So this is Genesis 3 and 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And yeah, spiritually, man, you touch the other philosophies of the nation, start to corrupt your body. It's like flipping eating the seedless fruits compared to the seeded ones. The seeded fruits have more nutrients, vitamins, minerals than the actual seedless ones, which are obviously genetically modified. That's the way the nation, following the nation's philosophies are. It's like eating seedless fruit, So yeah, this is which apparently I think even eating that, what does it do? It's like it removes the nutrients. But then again, remember we're still in this day, in our captivity, man. We're eating defiled bread or whatnot. So there's only so much that we can't control. So we just manage with what we got. That's in a literal sense. But yeah, I just use that as an example. The genetically modified food is as the philosophies of the other heathen nations. Of course, the seeded fruits as really the teachings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. So let me even search for the definition of this as well. Philosophy is that way of thinking. Actually, ideology is way of thinking. But philosophy says a study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So yeah, a study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. So yeah, that means different people have different understanding of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, existence. We can even just say reality and existence, man. Scriptures have the truth. Of course, not everyone understands that, or not everyone believes that neither. But you got other ones like Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, and other philosophies of the world, of which they have their own twist of the fundamental nature of reality and existence, man. So it's just different perspectives, but there's only one true perspective, and that's what will be known the day Yahweh Hashem Yahshua comes back. Yeah, so back to this. Which really, the point really is in verse 1 anyways, man. Where it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Of course, he was more subtle, more crafty, hence why he uses techniques through technology, which involves manipulating psychology of individuals. The way people think, whether it be the weaknesses or the strengths as well. He's trying to leverage from that. So that's Genesis 3:01. That's the key part there. Let's see if there's a bit more, because I know I got another video. Yeah, I'll probably play this one too. Let's see.
There's a wave of tech-fueled harms. Yet where are the guardrails? They barely exist. The reason is apathy. But governments say it is the lack of research. Policies need concrete surveys and data to back them. When it comes to tech use among children and teens, there isn't enough. Yes, studies show that social media and AI expose the young to hate-based, sexual, and depressive content, but so far there is no definite link between social media or AI and suicide or depression. Well, part of this is true. Adolescent mental health issues rarely stem from one single cause. But it's also absurd.
Exactly, it's multiple causes, man. I really just think about it. Imagine scrolling on social media. Typically, you're not really moving around. You're just sitting there, scrolling on social media. When you don't move the body, you're more inclined to being in a depressed state. I think even researchers have found, obviously Yara Tazar, maybe when I make my next video upon health, when moving the body, you actually release I think they call it hormones, in the body, feel good hormones, for to label it with a good term, suitable term, feel good hormones, which actually make you feel happy, man. Just moving the body releases chemicals which make you feel happy. Children nowadays, of course, are sitting down, not really getting much exercise, man. You start wondering why they flipping depressed, man, at that age. Or why they feeling sad or not willing to, show off some energy, man. Or even young teens as well. There's a reason why, because they ain't moving enough. Social media does have an effect. Right, let's see.
To miss the link. Between 2007 and 2021, the incidence of youth suicide has risen by 62%. This coincides with the rise of social media and AI. Studies show that when life satisfaction goes down among teens, social media use goes up. Plus AI generated...
Yeah, so basically, life is not... life ain't thrilling no more, man. Life ain't thrilling. You know what, Yara Tazar, I need to do a part 2, because I know this one's getting kind of long as well. But yeah, Shalom, Yabashim Shabrakatha, Yara Tazar, I need to do a part 2 and continue from the same place. So yeah, Shalom.